Yo, what's happening, YouTube? Merry Christmas and welcome in. This is Rocket. This is going to be my OG Paul George build remake on 2K24 when I first started playing this game online. This is really the first type of build that I was popping off on. My OG Paul George build had high perimeter, it had slashing ability, it had high shooting, it had the ability to dribble the ball. You could get some boards, you know, but most importantly, you could pass the ball. Hence the name archetype diming 3 and D. That's exactly what this build is going to be able to do. All my builds this year have low pass. I've been able to get by, but let's see what I can do on a build with higher pass. But these shades are pretty dope. PG-13, the Claw, Corey Maggette. So we're gonna go 6'8", 210, 6'9" wingspan. The 6'9" is for D bomber to be available to us. That's really important to have. It's just a broken badge this year. You can just hit anything with that thing on. So we're gonna go ahead and come over here. So I'm gonna explain this from scratch. I'm gonna build it from scratch. Just explain it. So max out your speed, max out your agility for what you're allowed to get. I'm always pretty much in favor of doing stuff like this. For your shooting, like I said, deep bomber is going to be on this build. You're going to have a 90 midi as a base. This can hit 95 as a maximum. 93 is kind of what we're targeting, really realistically, to give us, our set shot on purple. So finishing, you're going to have an 86 drive dunk from rip. That's going to give you one away from posterizer. So one cap breaker here puts it on 87. I had a version with 85, but it cost me 2, and I'm not paying 2 cap breakers just to get to an 87. Like, that's just too expensive. But I'll pay 1. 74 driving layup. If we go any higher to 75, the cap breakers get screwed up, and it just takes everything away from me. So, like most of my builds I make, I push them to the limit of all the cap breaker yields I'm able to obtain, and then I make the build. I keep tweaking it until I can't get anything left, and it starts to take stuff away for adding on any more. This layup can hit 88 off 5. It's, that's not bad. You get gold float game. You get, I think Luca layup package, and you get a lot of the best layup packages in the game. Standing dunk, we're going to go with an 84 standing dunk. Now, this takes us to 90 off 2 cap breakers, so that's pretty interesting. Gold rise up. So when I cut, when people try to fuck with me at the rim, they're going to get yammed on. Like, I'm going to have gold rise up. I'm going to be able to do standing meter dunks on this build. On top of everything else I'm going to be able to do, this is going to be a true slasher because of just all the finishing that's going to be available to you. Free throw, we went with an 89. This is the most I could get after everything else was upgraded. So defense, we're going to go 91 perimeter off rip. We're 1 away from 92. Interior defense will be at a 60 to pair with our block being at a 78. We get paint patroller here at 78. We pick up high flying denier with our vertical. So that's really nice to have. That 78 is one of the best block thresholds in the game. There's 68, 78, and 88. And, there's still benefits to maxing your block, say at like a 60, because you still get better jump contest quality. Even if you don't get the block, getting a jump contest is always helpful. It augments your perimeter. Rebound, I just maxed it out. O-board, just max it out. Strength, going to be a 60. You get a couple of badges once we get our ball handle upgraded. And now for the best part of this build is this playmaking attributes. We get nasty playmaking attributes, and it's the whole reason this build really works. So all we have to do is go with a 70 speed with ball, 65 ball handle, and a 76 pass. This right here, and then we finish the build with this. But this right here goes crazy. 5 cap breakers here gets me 85. 3 here gets me 85, and 1 here gets me 75. I'll hop over to the other screen really quick, and I'll show y'all my cap breaker screen. I have currently 13 cap breakers. I'm on the precipice of unlocking a build specialization cap breaker for finishing. So realistically, I'm going to get 2 from that pretty quick. So
actually, I'm trying to go hoop in the
realistically, I got 13, and 1 I'm really about to get to 14. So I literally need like 50 dunks for a cap breaker. So you can view this as 13 and then 1. So with these 13, what I would do is I'd go 5 here for 85. I'd go 1 here for 75. That's 6. I'd go 3 here for 85. That's 9. So just like that, you got 85, 85, 75. And I'd still have 4 more plus, a build specialization that I'm about to get. So for the other 4, I would go 92 perimeter. I'd go 87 driving dunk. I'm going to wait for my specialization to get these up to the 90. So then that leaves me 2, and I just throw them here for now on mid-range. You get the shifty shooter and Deadeye. Those are 2 badges that I really like to have, especially that shifty shooter. That's a really valuable badge to have. But yeah, so overall, this build is pretty nasty. You're going to have 92 perimeter, 87 dunk contacts, 85 ball handle, 85 pass, 75 speed with ball. That's nasty. Now, and you got all this shooting and cutting ability. It's like this build is nuts. This is going to be my remake of my Diamond 3 and D wing build. So let's check out this build review, y'all. I'll catch y'all down the road.